Hi, ladies. I am wanting to give my testimonial, and I don't know why I'm nervous. I've gone live before and talked in my group because I am a mentor with MMU, and I love MMU, so I've gone live before. But I have to say, I think the reason that I am nervous is because Mom Boot Camp has been really an intense change for me. I joined Mom Mastery University in the end of December, and so I've been inside the university for almost 5 months now, and I'm just finishing up my second 90-day challenge inside Mom Mastery University, and I love it. But Mom Boot Camp is much more intense and a lot faster pace, and that's good because I needed a jump start. So let me back up a little bit. I joined Mom Mastery University. Actually, I probably should back up before that. I am the mom to 6 children, and 4 of them, my 4 youngest, are adopted, and that has been quite an adventure. It's a good adventure, but it's a difficult adventure also. My oldest son is 21, and my youngest child is 8, and my oldest 2 are biological. Anyways, the reason that all of this matters is because I felt called to adopt my 2 youngest out of the foster system while my cousin was going through a really difficult time, and she was caught up in drugs and things like that, and her kids were in kinship care with my other cousin, and so I couldn't help them at the time, and so my husband and I talked and decided that we should do foster care, and that was our goal, was just to foster, help some kids that needed to just be loved on while their parents got their life together and figured things out. Well, fast forward a couple of years, we ended up adopting our first 2 children. They are biological brother and sister. But they are both drug-exposed children and very hyper and very difficult. And the foster process, when we have CPS workers and our caseworker from our agency and everybody else coming into our home constantly, and it's this constant stress of, am I doing exactly everything right? Are the light switches clean? I mean, crazy things like, is all the food covered in my refrigerator? Really took a toll. And also we were told how to discipline the kids, and it's just very difficult. It really took a toll. And I haven't really felt, the reason that's important is because I haven't really felt like I've gotten my footing back since then. Like, I spent 2 years of my life having somebody else tell me how to parent my kids, even though I kind of, I was already a parent for a long time and felt, pretty good about it. Not the greatest parent because, we all are just on this journey with God and He's working with us. But anyhow, man, I'm making this long. I'm sorry. So I lacked confidence. My confidence was really low. But we were sort of muddling through it, doing the best that we could. But I had said on several occasions that I felt like I lost the joy in parenting. Like, there was just not a joy there. I love my kids, and I wouldn't change anything. I mean, I'm glad that we have them, and I love them, and they bring me so much joy, and I learn so much from them, but they are very difficult. And, there are other kids that are harder. Anyways, you guys know we all make excuses about how our problems are not big enough, and God doesn't ask us to do that. So anyhow, I was tired all the time and just lost my joy. And then my cousin died. This was over the period of 8 years. 8 years later, my cousin died, and I inherited her children. And so I got 2 more kids, and that was in 2016. And so we had to walk through the period of grief, and we're still walking through that period of grief where we are mourning my cousin's loss, and they are mourning losing their mom. And I'm trying to walk them back out of that darkness. And that's been really hard. And that's been hard on my younger ones because they realized that your mom can die. And then meanwhile, their mom, who is here, I'm just kind of floundering. The house is a mess. I was angry a lot, resentful, and I don't resent them, but I did. Does that make sense? I hope somebody can relate with what I'm saying. That's why I'm being so raw, because I feel like there might be somebody out there who sometimes looks at their kids and wants to run away. So I love my kids, but there have been a lot of times that I didn't want to be a mom anymore. And that's all I ever wanted to be. From the time that I got pregnant with my first son, that was it. That was all I wanted to be. So, anyways, and now I've got these 4 kids who really need me to have it together, and I'm not. So finally, after a year and a half of one of my friends telling me about Mom Mastery, I joined Mom Mastery in December. She wanted me to do boot camp at the time, but I couldn't justify the cost. I couldn't just come up with the money. So I said, I'm going to join Mom Mastery, but the next time there is boot camp, I'm going to do it. And so it's a lot of money for me to come up with. And I know that there are other people on here that know that and feel that. We're a 1-income family, and my husband's a police officer, so there's not a lot of income to work with. But I figured it out. I mean, it came, right around tax money, and I spent tax money on it. And I said, I'm going to do it. And I was expecting a change, a big, huge change. But I wasn't expecting the change where I had gotten to where I'd go to the store just to get away. And I wasn't expecting the change where I'm out and I miss my kids. I haven't missed my kids in a long time when I'm away from them. I've just wanted to be away. And now I miss them. And now I look forward to hanging out with them in the evening. And they're happier. It's such a chain reaction. They are happier. I'm happier. They're happier. We're having dance parties all the time. And people think we're crazy, but if they think we're crazy, it's for the glory of God. And we live in a fishbowl because we are such a weird family who just collects children, And some people look at us differently. And some people really glorify us. And that makes you feel really lonely because you feel like you have to be perfect because you've got these extra kids. And I'm not. So I just love them as much as I possibly can. Anyways, the whole point of this is the testimony with Mom Boot Camp. And I thought I was going to tell you about how I've paid off $555 in debt. Because I also kept track of that. I totaled up all of our debt right before boot camp. And then I just totaled it again this weekend. And I didn't do anything. I don't even know how it happened, but I paid off $555 in debt. I don't know why. So that's more than I spent on boot camp, right? So already I'm in the plus. But anyhow, at any rate, my testimony is that if you feel like you're at the end, sometimes you just really need a push. And I think also for me, I have to shout out to my girls, Katie and Erin, who joined on this crazy journey with me because they held me accountable, and I hope I held them accountable as well. And I just appreciate them being willing to do it with me. And inside this whole Mom Mastery thing, we have such a tribe of people who we are so imperfect, but God. And I am so thankful for everything that Mom Boot Camp has taught me. Now, going forward, my house is not clean yet, y'all. And my homework is almost done. Almost. And it will be. I'm speaking it now. It will be by Monday. And I'm a work in progress still, and I'm not, I haven't found the Golden Gate Bridge yet, and I don't think there is one. I think we just are always a work in progress. But I am so far from the person that I was a month ago, and I can't believe it's only been a month. And I think some of you also might feel that way as well. So that's my testimony that Mom Boot Camp changes your life. It really does. If you work it, you got to work it, and you got to be vulnerable. But it changes your life, and I'm so thankful to you, Hannah, for everything that you do for us. Now, I'll see all y'all at Mom Mastery Live, right?